Hi class, let's take a look at problem G. So now problem G, you have to use order operation. So technically, we do have a parenthesis, so that would go first. Even if you didn't have the parentheses from left to right, you have multiplication first. So let me actually do, in this case, well, let me just write here first. And then let me carry this multiplication on the side. So we're technically multiplying 13.12. So this is 13.12 times the values of 21.3. So this is 21.3. Do remember that since your actual two numbers that we're multiplying have 2 and 1 or 3 decimal places, your final answer is going to have 3 decimal places. So let me start the multiplication. So 3 times 2 is equal to 6, and then 3 times 1 is equal to 3. 3 times 3 is equal to 9, and 3 times 1 is equal to 3. As we multiply our next value, remember that there is a place value there that we need to take into account. Then 1 times 2 is equal to 2, 1 times 1 is equal to 1, and 1 times 3 is equal to 3. 1 times 1 is equal to 1. As we multiply the next value, which will be the 2, you have to account for the actual place value of the unit. So we're going to need 2 places for that one. So 2 times 2 is equal to 4. 2 times 1 is equal to 2. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. And 2 times 1 is equal to 2. And then what we're going to do here is very carefully add them in order to obtain the vertical form. So we're looking at the first value. Let me use a different color. This is going to be 6. Then this is going to be a 5. That's 10. Plus 4 is equal to 14. You carry 1. Let me just put it there. So that's 3, 6, 8, and 1, 9. Let me double check. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 and 1 is equal to 7, and then a 2. So from our actual multiplication, I'm getting 3 decimal places. So I'm obtaining 279.456. So this expression is actually equivalent to 279.456 divided by 4.1. And then now we have one of the problems that we just completed. So multiply by 10, multiply by 10. This is because in order to carry the long division, it's easier to start off the back with an actual integer at the bottom. So we're looking at 279.456 divided by the values of 41. And let me carry the long division on the side. So we're looking at 41 and then the 2794.56. Okay, so let me start looking at the actual values. 41 does not fit into 27, so we're going to have to look at, well, in this case, 279. It should be 6. Let's start with a 6, because that would be 24. It's close to 27. So I'm going to start with a 6. 6 and 1 is equal to 6, and 6 times 4 is equal to 24. And then remember that we have to carry a subtraction. In this case, the resulting first iteration, 6 minus 9, actually 9 minus 6 is equal to 3. 7 minus 4 is equal to 3, and the 2's cancel. So let me actually drop the next value, which happens to be the 4. And then at this point, you're looking at, well, 41 fitting into 331. I think 8, because that would be 32. So it doesn't exceed it. So you're looking at 8 times 1 is equal to 8. Whoops. And then 8 times 4 is equal to 32. So let's carry on the actual subtraction. This is now going to be a 2. So this is a 14. So we're looking at the subtraction of the first one to be 14 minus 8 is equal to 6. 2 minus 2, it's technically gone. It'll be 0. And then 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. Let me just box these zeros here just to make sure that I don't mess up the next step. Now, at this point, we're going to actually go into the decimals. So I'm just going to add the decimal and drop the next value. Our next value, and let me put an arrow because this one's starting to look messy. Our next value is equal to the values of 5. And 41 fits into 65, a total of 1s. So we're going to look at 41 and technically carry the subtraction. So 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. Let me change the color of those. So 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. And then, well, we need to drop the next value that's actually our last value. So that would be the actual 6. So we're looking at 41 fits into 246, a total of, I think 6. So that would be 6. 6 times 4 is equal to 24. This one actually closes out with a remainder of 0. So our final answer, and I'm gonna have to check it in a minute. It's gonna be 68.16. Very easy to mess these up, especially because if you were to mess up somewhere, like at the beginning with the units, the whole thing is off, and then your solution will look completely different.